going back to the question of a day in the life kind of thing. What time do you begin and what time do you end?
I'm supposed to be there 8:10, so I'm usually there at 8:10.
Yeah. And then
I used to be earlier, but then I was like, no.
And then when do you end?
4:45.
You end at 4:45. That
Yeah.
in your contract it was ending at 4:45. Okay.
What time is yours?
For me, my contract states that I have to be there from 8 o'clock until 3:45.
Oh.
Oh,
But I always get to school at like
8 to 3:45.
8 a.m. to 3:45.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. However, I always like stay a little bit behind because I was gonna talk about my day once you're done, but like basically, at the end of the day, I do the same. I go in, greeting. Greeting is something so profoundly important that I didn't realize until I was there. Greeting your principal, your vice principal first and foremost, and then everybody else.
Yeah.
And then everybody else.
Sometimes it's like they're not there, and then you miss the moment, and you're like,
yeah.
great, well.
I mean, like, you can't help it if like other people are in meetings and stuff, but just make sure like you have to greet. From what I understand, maybe it wasn't the case for you, but for me, I had to greet so that someone saw me that I was there. Because sometimes you get overlooked for the assistant teacher because really you don't have a homeroom. You're not like responsible for one single homeroom. You're not a main teacher or anything. But as long as a couple of main teachers see that you're there, then it's like, yes, I was here on time, by the way, doing my job. Thank you very much. But yeah, I do that. So like, because even though I start at 8, I usually get to school around like 7:30 because I don't know about you, but like the kids when they get there early, they change from their uniforms to their like their PE.
Every day?
Yeah.
Really? Dang.
So they would the students would walk from their house to the school in their uniforms, and then they would get to the classroom, they would change into their PE uniforms, meaning that like you can get them dirty, you can get them dirty clothes. And then in the morning they would do asuundo, so they do morning exercises.
Oh yeah, you guys do that.
I don't know if you guys did it. Really? Your school didn't do that?
Wow.
Asuundo, no.
So I think it was required of my students. If you get there early, you have to, depending on your age and stuff, 6th graders have to do at least 10 laps. And the field wasn't that big. It was probably like 400 meters or anything. But you had to do 10 laps. And I'm like, what the? That's like a mile and some, I don't know. I really don't know. But I would get there early, so then I would change into I can get dirty clothes, like PE clothes, and then I would do like a lap and or 2 laps because in support because a lot of the other teachers, especially the young teachers, did it with them. They would change into their tracksuits and go running because it would encourage the kids to run and do things like that. So I felt really bad that there was like one day I just I came into the office, did my greetings, and I just sat at my desk and like I was going over my lesson plan for the day, which I really didn't need to do. But then I looked outside and then like everybody's like running and like doing morning exercise. So I'm like, oh, I felt bad because it was especially all the young teachers who did it. All the older teachers kind of like, I did it in my formal life, so I'm just gonna have a cup of coffee and stuff. I'm like, oh shoot, okay, I'm gonna go. So I made myself go at least run a couple laps. And it's really, really fun too because not with the 6th graders because they can like run circles around me, but it's really, really fun with like 1st graders because it's like, no, because you can run faster than them.
My short legs.
Oh, you can run fast. Oh,
yeah, and then they'll be
so
like,
funny.
Oh, sensei, hiya.
Hiya.
You're so fast.
I know. I'm
You're
like,
I know.
I've never felt more like a star. No, but they're like, okay, let's race, and I'm like, okay.
Okay, little kid.
And something about me is I'm not a long distance runner in any of the sense.
Yeah,
if I run a lap, I'm done. That one and done, me. But I can run really fast for a short distance.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, we're gonna go like 100-meter dash. We're like, 1st graders, like, okay, I want to race from here to here, which is 100 meters. I'm like, okay. And so I'm like, all right, someone count it up. 1, 2, 3, go. Boom, I'm done. And they're still behind me. So I go, man, I wanted to win this time. I'm like, gotta keep working out. So anyway, so that's part of my morning routine. And then depending on if there's a ceremony or if there's a special presentation or whatever, there's always a period right before 1st period that's like morning meeting. a morning meeting, and it's only between the homeroom teacher and their class, and it's like, okay, this is the schedule, the day, everybody understands, and they do like presentations within their own homerooms or like upcoming events, and that's just sort of like a way to have a meeting with them before they actually start their lesson for whatever lessons there are that day.
Like passing out, like especially Mondays, there's like today's like Kyushoku Toban and stuff.
And usually morning meetings, I don't know if you guys had that, but like for morning meetings we had that for about 15 minutes. So from 8 o'clock when the first bell rings, 8 to 8:15 is their morning meeting, and at that time I take the time to like look over my stuff and like prep everything that I need to go and move, and then I'll go to the classroom and then we'll start the lesson. And same with Domi, there would be a greeting, which is like, hello everyone, how are you, how's the weather, what is up, the question of the day,
what time is it,
if there was a warm up or whatever. Okay, everyone settle down, here's the lesson, and to chunk the time allocated to the lesson, and then we put it into practice, and then application, and then we'll do a game or a song or something. We'll watch like a cultural clip.
Yeah, those are fun.
But I actually like those cultural clips. And
sometimes I show my own.
Yes, you're right.
Your own cultural.
Yeah, cultural clips. It's like
I've
like
showed
live
pictures of us like in Halloween, especially like really big holiday stuff. I like show my own videos and pictures.
Yeah. Right. Because the textbook one that they give you, it's like, oh, this is the greeting, what it's like in Russia or in Indonesia and
which
things
is
like that.
cool.
Which I learned. I now know what the Finland flag looks like.
I know, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm learning, and so
so I'm like, I like the culture things because then you learn with the kids.
Yeah.
So it's just as like fascinating to you, and you mess up everything with your kids.
Yeah. But actually, it really like gets me because there was a lesson in like 2nd or 3rd grade where they'll show like different countries, because since we were teaching leading up to the Olympics, they wanted to teach the kids different country flags in recognition of country flags, because literally they know like Japan and like maybe America, maybe Australia. Like I now know how to identify the difference between Australia and New Zealand.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Wow, I actually don't know.
Yeah, let me tell you. So in any case, but there was one where it's like they showed the country flags. They also showed that country's greeting. So like in Russian, it's like Здравствуйте or something, right? And so Здравствуйте or whatever. And
I'm Anna.
I'm Anna. Yes. No, it's
the same material.
But even though they have a CD and they have someone already recorded, it's like, repeat after me. Click. The boombox would say it.
The boombox.
And then it's like, what's it called? CD player. It's called CD player.
What are you listening from? We have a TV.
We have a CD player. And so, sorry, but because it was like too fast, I meant to say CD player, but it was like too fast.
Cassette player.
Yeah, no, no, we didn't have cassettes or CDs. No, it was too fast for the kids.
Yeah.
So then Sensei would look at me and be like, "Hi, Lexy Sensei, can you repeat that?" And I have to be over here like, "Hang on, let me catch it first." Okay, repeat after me. I'm not Russian, and I'm not Russian, so I have to put. Shit, and I was like, and in my head I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm not Russian, I apologize to all my Russian friends.
Ceviche.
But I love the one where it was like there was one in like Spain, and it was like, hola, I'm like, I got this. Hola.
And then you learn how to count in every country, and I was
1
like,
through 10.
Uno, dos.
No, yeah. Oh no, my favorite was like, it was Korean, like 안녕하세요, and it's like Hana, duel. And I'm like, all my K-pop like training has like led me up to this moment.
They even taught like rock, paper, scissors in different countries.
Yes.
So I also taught the one in the Philippines at that time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do you say it in the Philippines?
But the Philippines.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God.
I actually forgot for a second.
Or it's like Dunkin'. It's Dunkin' boy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So,
wow, I'm not Filipino anymore.
I mean, in any case, so then like that's like a period, and then they do like reflection card as well. So that's like a period, and I also taught 6 periods. Not every day actually though. I don't know about you, but I didn't teach 6 periods every day. But the maximum I did was 6, and the least was like 1. I know there was a time I only taught 1 class for the whole day, and I just sat at my desk. Desk warming. What a concept. But
Yeah.
I mean, I take that time too to in between periods. I will find out if my teachers had a free period and discuss with them like, hi, I would really like to talk to you about the next lesson. I believe we should do this, X, Y, Z, and so on and so on.
Did you always talk to them about the lessons?
Only to the head teachers, because it was, so how I did it, I met up with the head teachers who were in charge for English. We would meet for a time. We would meet and discuss lesson planning for this one whole, like lesson 1, lesson 2. But sometimes lesson 1, that chapter in the textbook, would take 4 classes.
Yeah.
But we would discuss, okay, each class is gonna do this. So we would only meet like once every couple weeks or something.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, and also dependent on if they wanted to do that way. There were some teachers who was like, I would love to meet to plan every single class. And I'm like, that's fine. This is my schedule. What is your schedule looking like? And I was
some that don't care or don't want to.
or don't want to, right? But like I would meet with the head sensei, English sensei for that, and it was their responsibility, at my school at least, it was their responsibility to tell it to their other senseis in their unit.
Yeah.
So, but sometimes other senseis are like, hey, actually, I don't quite understand. Can you tell me again? I'm like, yeah, sure. So we're gonna do this, and like. The meetings were usually conducted in Japanese.
Yeah, so that's when your Japanese kind of comes.
But it was
in
like
handy,
really simple
but-
Japanese, yeah. Your teachers should know simple English. So I mean, simple Japanese plus simple English equals we can probably get this meeting done in like
Plus, they
couple minutes.
pretty much they have an idea of the curriculum.
Yeah.
So like.
Because everybody, I mean, they have a teacher's manual too.
Yeah.
That's like, and there's lesson plans written in the textbook in Japanese for them. However, it's sometimes, most of the time, it's not a good lesson plan. But we would take elements of that lesson plan and implement it to our own.
Yeah.